one square, please. They boast that they can sell you anything. Somebody once bought Ronald Reagan a live baby elephant from Harrods. Apparently it was the political symbol of his party. My favourite story is that it was the first store to have an escalator installed, and this was such a shock to people that they employed a man to stand at the top with a tray containing a bottle of brandy and smelling salts. Now I have to tell you, this is a custom which I'm very keen to see brought back to all the big department stores in London. I think that when I see the harm which my wife has done to my credit card, the very least the store could do is offer me a little brandy just to ease the pain. Now you'll see some apartments. This is called Scotch Corner, this junction, and you'll see some apartments on your left hand side as we come into them. I'll give you a clue. As we come in, immediately on your left, the bottom of the apartment block, there's a showroom which sells McLaren cars. And as we turn right, the last block of apartments, the shop at the bottom sells Rolex watches. And it's at the top of that block that the £84 million apartment is. Now we're going to turn right into Sloane Street, and on the corner there is Harvey Nichols. Now Harvey Nichols is the top people's store in London. Tourists have all heard about Harrods, and they all want to come to Harrods, but Princess Diana, for example, shopped in Harvey Nichols. If you know the British television series Absolutely Fabulous, the girls in Ab Fab shop in Harvey Nichols. And I'm told that if you're a young lady in search of a very rich husband, the wine bar on the 5th floor of Harvey Nichols is a good place. So we're coming round here. There's the McLaren motor cars on your left there. Here's the Rolex watch. And you've got these blocks, these enormously expensive apartment blocks here. Now, we're going to go down Sloane Street, and the Harvey Nichols is on your left-hand side. Or as Londoners call it, Harvey Nicks. Now this is Sloane Street that we're going down. And I want you, ladies and gentlemen, just to look to the left and look to the right and see if you recognise the names of any of these shops. We've got here Dolce & Gabbana on the corner. We've got Shanghai Tang. We've got Scavina, another Dolce & Gabbana. We've got Billionaire, Anne Fontaine, Louis Vuitton, Gina, Gucci. There's a Jimmy Choo, there's a Dior, there's Versace, there's Roberto Cavalli, there's Hermes. Do you get the idea? Right? So, gentlemen, this is. I'm having a panic attack. This is Sloane Street. First 100 yards, quarter of a mile, avoid it. Do not come here. Now, as we make our way down Sloane Street, we'll see on our left-hand side an example of garden squares. These houses that are built, magnificent houses, but they have no gardens. So they're very often built around a square like this one, and the gardens are locked. Only the people who live in the square have keys to go in, and they are maintained for the benefit of the people here. Some of them are open to the public, and once a year they have an open day. Some of them have been bought by corporations and have become parks, but the basic idea was that they provided the garden space for the people who lived in the houses surrounding them. As we cross these traffic lights, there is a little hotel on the right hand side called the Cadogan Hotel, and it was in the bar of the Cadogan Hotel that Oscar Wilde was arrested for various offences that he had committed, subsequently tried, imprisoned, and ended his days in France. Now, I talked about Lord Grosvenor, I talked about the aristocratic owners. Sloane Street. Sloane Street is named after Hans Sloane. Hans Sloane was a medical man. He was a doctor of the governor of Jamaica in the 1700s, and he discovered drinking chocolate. He brought drinking chocolate to this country and made a fortune. And with that fortune, he bought the manor of Chelsea, which is this land we're on now. Remember that when he bought it, it would have just been fields. There'd have been no houses here. There's a small village, but apart from that, he only had one child, a girl called Elizabeth, who married the Cadogan, somebody called Cadogan. And it's the Cadogan family who still own, and you see Cadogan Gardens, you see Sloane Street, Sloane Square, Sloane Avenue. This gives you a clue as to who owns the properties. We're going left into Sloane Street.